All right, folks, welcome back to a Jimmy O Show, another off-seat episode. I'm forgetting the episode number now. I think it's episode 4 or 5. I'll have Bradley correct that when he puts this whole thing together. But very happy to be here with you again as we get near to camp. In fact, by the time this is released, I think these guys are going to be in full swing in camp. With me today are Jesus Machado and Corey Platt, two of our fine linebackers trying to keep the tradition of Tulane middle linebackers going strong. How we doing, guys?
Good.
Yeah, good to have y'all.
Doing great.
Good. Before we get into the show, I want to point you guys to the charity spotlight of the week. It's going to be Anna's Place. We've recently had some events with Anna's Place. It's a great organization providing, after school support, summer camp programs for at-risk youth in the community, just giving them an outlet, a place to be. And they're just doing really good stuff. And we're proud to have our Fear the Wave guys partner with those folks. And then also, please be sure to check out ftwcollective.com. Find out how you can get involved to support what we're doing with these great Tulane student athletes. And no amount too small, no amounts too big. Please go there or reach out to Kelly Camarda or I or Michael Arado to find out more how you can get involved. With that, guys, let's go ahead and get into the show. All right, man. So today we're recording on, this won't be released for a while, but we're recording on is July 25th today. So in one short week, you guys are going to be putting it on for the first day of fall camp, huh?
Yes, sir.
Y'all pretty excited?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Different spot for you guys. Zeus and I were talking. So you're starting your fourth season. I guess you got probably one more year after this.
Yeah, I got two.
Two more. Being COVID and all that always screws me. COVID always screws me up. But throughout this time, you had Nick and Dorian there, and even some other guys, and now it's time to step up. Corey, you're in what, your third year?
This will be my red shirt.
Yeah. So a lot of significant action for both of you last year. But not gonna have number one and number two around to show everybody the rope. So y'all ready? I guess where I want to start with is y'all take a sense of pride or looking forward to the opportunity to kind of step up and fill some of the big shoes that were left behind.
I think we learned a lot from the guys, and now it's our time. So I think we got big shoes to fill, but I think we're ready for it.
Yeah, no doubt. How about you, Corey? Looking forward to that?
Yeah, man. I feel like once again, it's like I enjoy pressure, so it's gonna be fun going out there knowing people gonna be expecting, what's in this spot since what we lost last year. So it's gonna be fun. I enjoy it. I think we're gonna take it home well.
And so Corey, I know Jesus, you're South Florida, Miami area guy. Corey, where are you from? I don't remember. Little Rock, Arkansas. All right. So we kind of got all sorts of the South covered here. Now, Corey, you were not always a linebacker, right?
Nah. Throughout high school, played safety, corner, running back, receiver, wildcat, QB.
You're like the Shohei Ohtani of Arkansas football or something. You play wherever they put you. Yeah, that's cool. And then just grow into linebacker. That's an old, that's a Miami Hurricane thing. Zeus. That's what they always said about Jimmy Johnson. He would recruit guys. It all started way back then. Everybody's been doing it since, but way back then, well before y'all were born. The Canes started their dynasty in the '80s and all that, and they would recruit safeties to grow them into linebackers. They recruit linebackers to grow them into defensive ends and defensive tackles. So this is not like, I think on the outside looking in, people look in and they say, oh man, they got to replace, all conference linebackers, and say, there's a big, drop in experience level. But that's not really the case here. I think last year you both saw at least 300 snaps each, if not 400, right?
Right.
And that was I really appreciate, as we're starting 2023, I'm really appreciative, and I'm sure all Tulane fans are really appreciative y'all got that opportunity. And then so I guess let's start with you, Corey. For fans who weren't paying attention to those 400 plus snaps last year, what are the strengths of your game?
first, I feel like my coverage is outstanding as a linebacker. So, I mean, that's one thing I was like able to help push the linebacker group in these coming years. You know what I'm saying? Getting better in dropping hooks and as well as knowing the calls, knowing what I'm supposed to be doing out there. You know, reliability. So them the two of the things that I feel like I bring to the field.
Yeah. How about you, Zeus?
I think better on pass drop coverage and just running to the ball. Just giving 100% effort every play.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you, I was trying to pay attention. Now, look, I got 4 kids at home. I got hit in the head a bunch of times. My brain don't always retain everything, but the things that sort of jumped off the screen to me. I mean, you started early, Corey. That was UMass, right? That you had that drop into about. I mean, you were darn near safety level that drop and picked off a pass. And I was like, wait a minute, who's this kid out here? That was a really impressive play, showed off, and I would have said the same as you. Pass coverage would strengthen. And Zeus, you had 1, if not 2, of the 4th down stops against Kansas State, did you not? And yeah, so for those who don't remember, in Kansas State hot game or whatever, we had guys in and out of the lineup, and in our different packages, some of our pass rush packages, 1 and 2 kind of became defensive linemen, and you guys came in the game, and Jesus Machado was there to stop. I think we had 5 turnover on downs that game, and you had, was it 1 or 2? You had 2 of those tackles.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you might have had 2 of them, but I mean, it's like, man, it's like, and as much as I love him, Nick Dorian get all the credit, but like we don't go 12-2 without you 2 guys in the lineup. So that's enough, I guess. Kind of looking back, and let's give them their due one more time. Like, as far as stepping forward and sort of replacing or evolving the position beyond those guys. What parts of maybe Dorian or Nick's game, one or the other, y'all either model yourselves after or something that you hope you learned or take away from their games to help you be a better player? Give you a little time to think it, and when let's go with Corey. You go first.
I'll probably say from both of them is mentality and like work ethic. I'm talking about first day I come in, D-Will, let's go hit the sled. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. Like you have to take with you from the greats because like, you know what I'm saying? They set the standard. They got to where they are by doing that stuff. So definitely hard work and mentality.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll just say football IQ, like just know like what's coming next. Like if they motion into this, like like this is coming. And like be able to like just to play fast. Like knowing like your assignment and like what they doing, like being up to the point.
Yeah. That kind of what's always stood out about those guys, right? When you start listing off what makes them great, you kind of cover some things that don't include how hard they hit and how well they cover first. You talk about how hard they work. You talk about how smart they were. And that always shows how great leaders they were, But now y'all are stepping up, and y'all got people coming in behind the wings of you. I guess one guy that has come with some fanfare and really impressed in the spring, I thought, was Tyler Grubbs. How's he fitting into the linebacker room?
I feel like he was fitting real good, like like the culture we got. Everybody just like work hard, linebacker group. We just get after it every day.
Yep. And what about any other young guys coming into the fold? You got anybody we need to be on the lookout for? Maybe not freshmen necessarily, but guys who have been around and haven't got their chance to shine yet. Who can we be on the lookout for in the linebacker room besides, of course, you 2?
Once again, definitely Tyler Grubbs, newest addition. Probably say Mandel Eugene Jr. as well. He's gonna be stepping in a little bit. The lineup this year, so I think that's somebody we should definitely look for.
I would say he is the second greatest St. Charles Comet ever behind me, but that wouldn't be true because he was a much better Comet than I was. But that's my high school guy there, Mandel, and but then we had Casey Rowbottom here, Casey Roots. In fact, everybody from St. Charles who went on to play at Tulane were better than me. But I'm here now with the microphone, so I get the last word. So all right, guys. Well, let's drift off the field for a second. It's not all about football here. let's talk about where you are in your studies. What you planning on to do with a life after football? So Zeus, you're now in your 4th year. You're about to start your 4th year at school. You're probably pretty close to graduating.
Yeah. Yeah. I graduate 2024 fall.
Okay.
Study business management. Minoring in real estate, but like really right now, I don't like know what I'm actually do with it. So I'm just trying to figure that out.
Well, that's the good part about college. You do get a little time to figure out. This is the time to figure it out. But I got to tell you, I mean, I had so many guys that I went to school with that that graduated from Tulane Business School. I don't think any single one of them regrets that decision. All of them got great opportunities and careers, and it's a great program. It's a great opportunity for you. You should be real proud of that. How about you, Corey? Where are you?
Should be graduating up out of here 2025 fall. So it'll be fun. And then I'm doing health and wellness as my major. And then I'm a real estate minor as well. So same thing. I'm really not sure what I want to do with that, but I mean, the main goal for me is really going to the NFL. So.
Yeah. Well, look. So I got the plan for you. Y'all go make your money in NFL. Hopefully in a state that doesn't have state income tax. Okay? You go play for the Titans with Tajay. You go play any of the Florida teams. All right, y'all go make that money. Y'all sock it away, and then you put those real estate degrees to work.
Yeah.
You know that's not a bad plan at all. Y'all go for it. My guy Bradley Schneller, who's our normal producer, is gonna be mad. He missed you though. He owns a gym. He's a great nutrition, health, wellness stuff. He loves talking to all the guys about that. By the way, thank you to Boot Crew Media for stepping up and giving us a space for this special episode of the Jimmy O Show. I should have thanked them in the beginning, didn't do that. But we're here in their space while producer Bradley's out of town, and appreciate those guys doing that for us. All right, guys. Well, let's talk. A lot of transition on the coaching staff. This is what happens. You have a year like we had, and everybody wants to hire your guys away. So y'all were not unaffected. You guys saw a long time. Coach Moots was with Coach Fritz from the very beginning, and was an awesome dude. Got to know Coach Moots and couldn't think more of him and his family. But he moved on with a coordinator opportunity, and so now you got Coach Wood, and we've had Coach Wood on the show. Seems like a good guy. What's y'all's thoughts on Coach Wood?
Yeah, great guy. Like energy he brings to the room when he walks in. Guys just light up. He comes in smiling, funny. So we love him.
Yeah, like Corey said, great guy. Very enthusiasm. He tried to like bring up or talk to anybody every day to bring him up because you don't know what that person going through every day. So good guy.
Yeah, I mean, you get to spend a lot of time with these people, whether it's the guys in your room, the guys in your team, the guys on the coaching staff, and it helps when you actually like the people you're around. Yeah, and I feel like Coach Fritz has done a great job of that. Like guys got to fit into the locker room before they can get on the field, type of thing. So Corey, I don't know if you remember this, but after I at main event in Dallas during a bowl, I was there with my family, and Lawrence is gonna get sick of the story because I brought it up many times, but I beat Lawrence at Pop-A-Shot, and I'm feeling good about myself, and I'm walking around strutting, and then you stepped up next and you killed me. So I don't appreciate that. I would have had you on the show earlier, but I was holding a grudge.
Oh, you hold that? Man. I just like to play ball, man. That's all.
No, man. I had a one time good run. If Lawrence played me 9 other times, he'd beat me. It's kind of like that Southern Miss game last year. Y'all play them 10 times, y'all win 9. That's how that Pop-A-Shot went with me and Keys. But I still got him. I got that one. So I guess that leads us to the schedule. I'm not gonna go game by game because I know 1-0 is all that matters, right? And y'all not even looking at individual opponents or anything else. But I mean, I gotta think that y'all not looking ahead to that game. Y'all looking for an opportunity to get a little revenge against those guys, huh?
Yes, sir.
Golden Eagles. Bring that bell back home.
That was a game. Like you said, 10 games, we win 9. One of those that slipped through. We got to get that one back this year for sure.
Yeah, you know what I hear from a lot of guys though. Had that not happened, they don't think we end up doing what we end up doing the rest of the season. A lot of guys say that sort of wake up call was the turning point of the season.
Yeah, I think that was a turning point. I think our heads was too high with coming off winning Kansas State and stuff, and people just thinking the rest of the season was like going to be like a walk, like a cakewalk, but it really wasn't. So like coming back to that game, like woke us up and was like, hey, like we got to get it back together. Like we won those games, but like we got to finish.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
And that's when the 1-0 came along. Like just worrying about the next game at hand instead of like worrying about the season.
Yeah, exactly. And the 1-0 became such a thing. I mean, it was definitely real for y'all, but it even kind of infected the fan base. I had guys making shirts and hats and pins and all this other stuff. Everybody was about the 1-0 around town. But you know, I just it was just such a magical run. I mean, you know, I guess what's the best I guess you know one memory you're going to take away from sort of that stretch run, all the wins that you're going to hold, you know, when you got your grandkid on your knee, you know, 40-50 years from now, what it is that y'all going to tell them about, if you can only tell them about one thing about last year's run.
I think one thing I tell them is like when we was down like against UFC last season, like we kept fighting all the way to the end, and like no matter like what, like if you down, like keep going, like because you see the outcome of like what we was able to do, like being down.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them by the same memory we had. I think ESPN said like a 96.5% chance to lose, 2 minutes left or whatever. Tell them that we just came back. Now I might, you know, throw myself in the story a little bit more or whatever. But
yeah, look, they know wrong with that. My kids think I was a key part of that undefeated season. You know, we would have still gone undefeated without me. I got a feeling, but can't say the same about y'all. Y'all definitely key parts. But, you know, I guess the other thing that changes, and this goes to the Southern Miss point, you know, what changes now is that every team on that schedule has the mark on your back, right? Everybody, you're now the big dog. You're the hunted, right? And you want to. In some ways, it's easier to be the hunter than the hunted, but you know, people hunt lions too, and lions don't often get got, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, but y'all are coming into the season eyes wide open that people got. You're gonna get their best shot all year long.
Yeah, I feel like we got the same hunger, the mentality that we had last year. You know, we let go of the past, and now this is present. And we got to get this a new season, so we got to get ready for the new season. Because nobody cared what you did last year.
That's right. It's people have short memories when it comes to that.
Yeah, day one, Coach Kurt, he came in, said, whatever we did last year, that don't matter no more. The season of this year starts now. So after that, we just got to it. We know what it takes now, so now we got to multiply that to get back to where we were. So,
I mean, speaking of Coach Kurt, both of you came in, y'all were not who I see in front of me now. You know, you both gained probably 20, 25 pounds since y'all been here.
Yeah.
20, yeah, it's a good looking 20 and 25 too. Ain't a whole bunch of fat added there. How's life with Coach Hester? I mean, like, how much, I guess you give him a lot of credit for y'all's development, but like, just talk about what it's like to sort of have a strength coach like that's so strong in the culture of a program.
Once again, as I said about Coach Wood, I mean, the energy he just brings to the team is insane. Come in 6 o'clock in the morning, screaming, "Let's go, let's do it!" You know what I'm saying? Really motivating the guys to like, "Let's go, let's do this." Like, we've done it before, we know what it takes. Let's do it again. Why not? So that's one thing that big with Coach Kurt, energy.
Yep.
Yeah. Just like picking off what Corey said, like big, like he's gonna be enthusiasm. And like he just gonna like try to bring out the best of you, and like just come with it every day.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's what the impression I get. You know, guy's been doing it a long time and doing it well. You know, I saw somewhere on social media over the summer. You know, I'm not a big LSU fan, but you know, they're showing plaques from like some national championship team they had in the '90s, and there his name was as the strength coach for that team. I mean, he's been around winning programs, winning players for a long, long time, and still has the energy he has. It's a real credit to him and his mindset. So, guys, I think that more or less we kind of get into the finish line here this episode, but I guess we like to do it with a lot of first time guests. This is your second time. We may have gotten you already with this. So I apologize, but we got the best uniforms in the country. Ain't no doubt about it, right? So, what's the best uniform combination that we put together? Hat, jersey, and pants.
For me, it got to be like that all blue or that all white.
You like the solid look.
Yeah, that solid look.
Yeah. What color lid though?
I think green helmet, white and white jersey, white pants.
That's strong.
Can't go wrong with that.
That's strong. I think you run like 2/10 faster when you wear all white.
Yeah, they're actually tighter as well.
Oh wow, yeah. thought I was making that up. How about you, Corey? What's your favorite combo?
I'm probably go solid too, but I like that. The green lids, black.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good look. Oh, we got so many, man. I mean, like, some of those posters with Pratt. I like. It's like the green lid, green jersey with the blue pants.
Oh yeah. That was the first time I was wearing that. A lot of players was talking about that last year. They like that color.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong. They somehow managed to screw it up we had some one year, and the styles were different then, but like they somehow found like it was a bad green. It wasn't even the right green, but it was all green with no striping or anything, and so it was like offensive lineman. It was not very form fitting. You like lines, and they were bad. Somehow somebody managed to screw up a Tulane look, but never again. Devin and those guys got it figured out, and they do a good job making sure we always look good. So, well, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you very much for coming on. I appreciate y'all coming on. Hopefully, folks enjoy it as much as I did. And, you guys stay healthy. Start hydrating now for the start of that season. And I look forward to having y'all on many times this season as Players of the Week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. And, folks, that'll do it for this episode. Please be sure to check it out on YouTube or your favorite streaming device. And as always, please be sure to go to the ftwcollective.com page to find out more about the collective. Until next time, we'll wave.